Tokyo, a destination's competitive advantage. Bula and Konnichiwa. I am Sahil Sharma and we are part of the National Tourism Organization for the country of Japan and the city of Tokyo.
Konnichiwa, I'm Tanisha Raj, and we are here to address this presentation on the destination's competitive advantage for Tokyo, Japan. The contents of this presentation: here's what you'll find in this presentation: the introduction and background of Tokyo, the tourism and hospitality industry, the three emerging market segments, key tourism arrival statistics, placement of the destination on Butler's TALC model, pattern analysis and recommendation.
Tokyo can be seen as the world's largest city, which is magnificent and marvelous, further known for its cultural diversity, infrastructural development, and technological advancement. According to Michael Ryan and Luke Burgess, if Japan is enigmatic, then Tokyo is the heart of the riddle. Its rhythm and essence so utterly alluring that it demands to be explored. It has a depth that keeps travelers in an instant state of rapture and delight. Whatever your vice, Tokyo has you covered.
Yeah, Tokyo, when we see Tokyo, basically looking at any other country, you'll never know how beautiful that country is until you see it for yourself.
Furthermore, an insight on Tokyo. Tokyo is Japan's capital and the world's most jam-packed city. It is also one of Japan's 47 prefectures, containing 23 central city wards and different metropolitan territories. The Izu and Ogasawara Islands are, like in manner, fundamental for Tokyo.
Brief history, looking at the brief history of Tokyo, Japan. It is basically, Tokyo was originally known as Edo, meaning mouth of the estuary. Tokyo was just a sleepy little village surrounded by marshland on the broad Kanto plain until the end of the 16th century, when Tokugawa Ieyasu moved here and it was made the center of his vast domains. When he became shogun in 1603, Edo in turn became the seat of national government and its castle the largest in the world. After the Meiji Restoration in 1868, that center grew even stronger with the imperial court moving into the city, now renamed Tokyo, known as the Eastern Capital, and from that movement on all roads, political, cultural, and financial, led here.
Moving on, the emerging market segments. As arising economies at the present level lead the developing interest for the worldwide travel industry, the quantity of individuals with admittance to more prominent abundance keeps on rising. These nations steadily grow their piece of pie until late 2030. The emerging market segments can be divided into three. Firstly, the local culture. While many have visited the city of Hokkaido, not a lot of tourists think about its local culture. In July 2020, a public display corridor and park was opened with the subject of the lifestyle of the Ainu, the local people of Hokkaido. Secondly, baseball. The sports movement business is a rapidly creating zone with creating amounts of people making an excursion to participate in or see games. For example, a significant distant races in Japan are standard with abroad individual parks. As in Hokkaido, the accompanying interest will be a baseball park in the heart of Hokkaido, with a baseball field with an entertainment zone, and is planned to be completed by March 2023 in Kita, Hiroshima City. Thirdly, Nesiko, the Asian Aspen. Skiing is one of the most extraordinary games in the movement business region in Hokkaido, with Nesiko, an internationally prominent ski resort notable for its overall visitors and snowy Alps.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. That's a sushi roll. You can say it's one of the most It's one of the well-known food around the world, Asian food.
Furthermore, the key tourism statistics. According to Japan, the Japanese New National Tourism Organization, JNTO, the surveyed number of worldwide explorers to Japan in January 2021 was around 46,500, lessening by a whopping 98.3%, stood out from that of the previous year. According to key figures from the Immigration Service Agency from Japan, the amount of Japanese abroad pilgrims in January 2021 addressed 48,691, remaining at an year-on-year diminishing value of 96.5%. Further results are tabulated on the graphs and the table given in the slide above.
Now, placement on Butler's model. Tokyo could be placed on the involvement stage on the Butler's model. This stage basically onlooks an extended number of travelers with possible results of predominating close by or being of incomparable level. This is where we have independent travelers, there is increasing tourism, increasing facilities, and there is a lot more regional investments. So as you can see, nearby individuals incorporation begins to diminish, and outside associations, affiliations begins to give workplaces. The customary and social attractions in the territory are made at this stage once in a while, maintained by man-made workplaces. There is a typical benefit for the two tourists and nearby individuals, and there are perceptible real changes in the region that may not be discovered apart into the assessments of nearby individuals. We have the Butler's TALC model down there.
Furthermore, the Pasteur analysis. According to the political factors, Japan is an administration. However, the current emperor, Akihito, has little say in the country's political new development. Similarly, for the economic factor, the Japanese economy is solid. However, it is in the best 5 of the biggest economies on the planet today. A solid accentuation is set on its schooling framework. Lastly, social. The nation has 127 plus million Japanese inhabitants. Japanese ladies are relied upon to settle down and wed down by the age of 30. Concerning Japan is an open country.
Looking at the other 3 Pasteur analyses, technological, Japan has conceivably the most excellent transmission interchanges structures, particularly with their mobile phones. Legal analysis, various laws, for instance, their labor and corporate laws rely upon the European system. Environmental, referred to more than an enormous people of Japan is pressed in and around Tokyo. This is positively not a choice, by and large, in light of the fact that the huge piece of the island is overpowered by mountain and woods. These zones are inhabitable and decreases Japan's enhancement to more humble, accessible sections of the country.
Recommendations. Inbound, the travel industry to Japan is developing, yet arrived at the public's authority objective for 40 million inbound vacationers in the year 2020. The time of the Tokyo Olympic and the Paralympic Games. Definitive activity is required.
Looking at some of the recommendations as listed. Firstly, strengthen the Japanese destination management organization model. Secondly, build a platform to support tourist end-to-end customer experience. Thirdly, support hotels and sightseeing spots in building inbound tourism capabilities, together with embed foreign visitors viewpoints in marketing and promotion, and enhance online promotion to make tourists ambassadors. Because since we live in a 21st century where technological is mostly used, we can say that using technology and having online promotions will enhance the tourism. Thank you. That was our presentation on the destination competitive advantage for Tokyo, Japan, and a brief overview of what Tokyo looks like. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.